Hello, everyone. It's Joanne. And if you've been following me, you know that I just got back from a vacation in Hawaii. We were on Oahu, the island of Oahu, and we were in Honolulu. And so our son lives there and works there. And it was his birthday. So we celebrated his birthday while we were there. And he's 26 years old now. So, yeah, but I bought, these items were gifted to me, but I bought, some items as well. I will show you, and, I'll show you ephemera that I collected while I was on vacation. So we were there for almost a week, and, I caught a cold on my way home, so I didn't have it while I was there, thank goodness. So, but if you're wondering why I sound a little weird or if I start clearing my throat, please forgive me. So anyway, so I got to meet up in real life with my friend and fellow YouTube creator and junk journaler, Kim I. And that's her last name is spelled A-E. And she has a channel and she's new, so please go show her some love. I'm going to link her in the title and the description box. So you can find her channel and subscribe to her because she's uploading a lot of new content and it's really nice. It's really good stuff. And she's very nice. So she's wonderful in person and we just hit it off right away, and we had hit it off over the last few weeks, just texting each other and different things. So, but we got to meet her and her husband. We had brunch with them, and it was amazing, and it was great. And what was so interesting is that she had a packet of goodies for me, and I had a packet of goodies from her because there are no Dollar Trees in Hawaii. So I brought her some little Dollar Tree stuff and a little paper bag journal I had made. So just little things. But she gave me nice gifts too, which I'm going to show you right now. So, but her channel name is Eye in the Sky. It's very clever. So her last name, A-E, Eye in the Sky. So yeah. So anyway, let's get into it. So she gave me all of these items, which is very generous of her. And these two items are like traditional Hawaiian print. So I might mispronounce things. It says kaku. Okay, right off the bat, I'm probably going to mistakenly pronounce this. So kakou, or kaku. I don't know. Kim, you're going to have to tell me, but I think it's kakou. But it has the Hawaiian language in here. It has the days of the week, the months, just all kinds of greetings and things, which I know some of these, but I don't know too much. So it's really cool. And this would make a wonderful junk journal. So I'm excited to use it, or use it for like my channel goals, or maybe for my Etsy ideas. I'm not sure yet. So it says here, use this space for your goals, thoughts, dreams, or as a place to reference often. And then it talks about that it's 100% made in Hawaii product, and just really cool. And then this is a notepad, which is the same pattern. And I don't know if Kim knew this or not. I think we talked about our favorite colors, but green is my favorite color, and I tend to go for these types of neutrals. I do like bright colors as well. I like all different colors, but green is definitely my go-to. So I love this, and I would have chosen this myself if I was shopping, I'm sure. So yeah, so that's those two. Those are very special. I'll put them off to the side so we can see, see things one at a time. And she gave me these beautiful large postcards. I mean, they're huge. I think they're even bigger than they're like 5x7. That's what they are. Oahu, the gathering place. And then it has glitter on here, which is, and it doesn't have any fallout, which is nice. It's more that, it just stays on there, but it looks so pretty, like a nighttime scene. And on the water, little from the moon. So really beautiful. And it says, what does it say on the back? Oh boy. Now it's saying Mokulua islets, like little islands, Waikiki nightlights, and the Aloha Tower. So just different sites that you would see in Oahu. So that one. And then these would make great travel journal covers as well. So, because I'm going to be working on my Hawaii journal soon. So, and I haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet. So these could go on the cover or definitely be, you know, part of signature pages. Or, but it says Hawaii Aloha State. So that's their nickname, I think. I live in Wisconsin, where we, Wisconsin, what is it? America's Dairyland or something like that. So this says Heart of Hawaii. Aloha is a cherished word that embraces many meanings and is known throughout the world. It conveys hello, goodbye, love, and compassion. For many, it goes beyond that. Aloha is a heartfelt way of life rather than mere spoken words. So very lovely sentiment. And yeah, so that's cool. And then she gave me all these amazing stamps. And I really want to use these in my travel journal. These are great. There's all symbols. It says island style, and it's the cling. And I have a lot of the, oh, I was going to pull one out, but they're kind of tucked away. I always want to pull stuff out and show you. Oh, there's some here. I can reach maybe. I have to do my aerobics, but I have a lot of these clear stamp pads, and so these, you know, the cling ones just go on these, just in case you haven't seen these. You probably have. I mean, I don't know, but yeah. I don't know, I just like to show things when I'm talking about stuff. So yeah, so yeah, and I have all different sizes of these. So yeah, so anyway, but these are great. So thank you, Kim. And yeah, I just love everything that she gave me. And then she had all of these little goodies tucked in this bag here. Pretty bag too. And shiny and pretty. So these must be stamped, or maybe she has a cricket. I don't know, but these are really great. I do not have a cricket. I do not have any shaped stamps except for like circle ones. And I think I just have circle ones. Yeah. So, yeah. So they're, or what do you call them? Yeah, they're like, what do you call it when you make yeah, like a stamp, right? Like a circle stamp. Yeah. A punch. A circle punch. Okay, Joanne, find your words. Oh my goodness. All right. And then these are really cool. And she wrote on the back of these, which is so neat. She wrote the names of them. And then, which I probably can't pronounce. So, what is it? Pua Kinikini? Pua Kinikini? Kim's going to watch this and just laugh. She'll laugh so hard. She'll be like, uh-huh, nice try. And I don't know, Tiare? Or, it looks Spanish to me, but Tiare? And Protea? I don't know. So, but whatever, they're beautiful. So even if I can't pronounce them, they are beautiful. And this is a fern, and it's a palaka. Palaka? I think so, palaka. But I may be putting the stress on the wrong syllable. You know, that's like when languages, it's like, and I'm a tutor for English and French, I did in the past. And so sometimes like somebody will be saying the right word, but it'll come out sounding weird because the emphasis is being put on the wrong syllable. That's why I say it might be the wrong syllable. But yeah, so anyway. And these are neat too. They have just all of these like island images. I think yeah, that's cool. So she was really thoughtful in this and in giving me traditional Hawaiian prints and decorations. So yes, and this, okay, this is embossed. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a raised, it's like the palaka fern, right? So, or maybe no, that's a different one, I guess, but yeah. But just these beautiful tropical leaves, and then all of these are embossed, which is great. It's even fun to sometimes take a little ink and go over that, like with the white, like to show the leaf a little more with like my green inks or something. And here's green ones, so very nice. Oh, these would be great Christmas colors too. We're actually going back to Hawaii after Christmas, right after Christmas. So I could use this in my in my travel journal that I make after that trip. So. And these are like those paddles that they use in like the outrigger boats, I think, or just, you know, fishing. Probably, no, more like the canoe outrigger type boats, I think. Just a beautiful flowered print. So, and oh, really pretty plaid. I looked through these quickly, so I'm kind of seeing them again and forgetting which ones they were. And this is so pretty. Yeah, and some beautiful ferns and this pretty plaids and just these like island colors, like, you know, because I'm usually doing beach scenes or, you know, those kind of colors. Oh, this was from another. Okay, this is from my stuff. So I will put that down a minute. So it says, what happens in Hawaii stays with you forever. So just such cute pages from a fun notepad. So thank you again, Kim, because I really love all of it. And I will be definitely using all of them in my journals. So if I don't use them in this latest journal, I will use them in my future journals. So because our son lives there now, we go to see him regularly. And so I'll have many opportunities to use all these beautiful items. So now, those were all from Kim, and I want to show you what I collected on my own. All right, just to give you some ideas, too, of like what kind of travel journal items to collect when you go traveling. Give you some tips and hints along the way. Let me, I think this is good. I was going to say I could go up a little higher with the camera, but I think you're good. I think we are good, and these are all my stuff from where we stayed. So I will show you. And these ones are not. Okay, and I bought this. So I bought this, which I thought was really cool. It says Aloha on it and has the pineapples and then has some script. Like down here it says Hawaii and Oahu and yeah, so Big Island and yeah. So I really like this. And this is going to be great, I thought, for a journal. Like I can put a journal inside here. So, all right. So let me show you first what I got from where we stayed. So we stayed at the Halekoa, which is a hotel and resort that you can only stay at if you have a military, if you're in the military or retired from the military. And my brother-in-law and sister-in-law met us there, and he's in the military. And then actually our son would qualify for us to stay at the Halekoa as well, because he's not military, but he works for the government, and he can use all the same facilities. So, but these are just the items that I got free from the hotel. So this is, I gave Kim part of this notepad, but this is just a little notepad. You know how all the hotels have little notepads? In the old days, they used to give you more stationery to write letters. Now they just usually have a notepad so you can jot things down by the phone. But I try to save some of those from the hotels, at least a couple sheets. And this was a pen that was in our room as well. And they had extras. So I wasn't like, taking anything that was, that I couldn't use. So I don't know. That sounds, yeah. So, and then this was what our hotel key card came in. So it's the Halekoa was celebrating 50 years this year, is celebrating 50 years this year. So they have a lot of, 50-year celebration items and things. So these were our key cards, and the cards have this Hawaiian, looks like leis and stuff there, and has the address of the hotel, and then has the picture of the hotel. What's really nice about the Halekoa is it has its own private beach area for those who stay there. So that's really neat. So see how these are. This is double-sided. And I placed these in my journal. And then our room number where we stayed, and then just a little, like the little envelope that came in, that the cards came in. So I try to save these from hotels when I can. And so that's an idea for you. And then these were, they had this thing where we didn't do it, but you could receive a stamp by doing all of these things, going to the different bars and restaurants at the Halekoa, and then you could receive a complimentary 50th anniversary coin. But we didn't do that, but I saved the cards because it has a nice image of the hotel on it. And was neat. And then I saved a couple of these express checkout cards just because they have, pretty Hawaiian print on there. And then this is the hotel directory. So I kept this, and talks about the hotel, restaurants, and all of the things. And I love using these as signature pages or has decorations on my signature pages. And then this was a flyer about the one restaurant. And this is where Kim and her husband met me and my family for brunch. So I wanted to save this, and then I can talk about the brunch and meeting up with her and her husband and everything that we did every day. And so, yeah, so that is the stuff from the Hale Kaua. So there's that. All right, and then I wanted to show you these other items. So, okay, I'll put those away in there. Okay, now this little bag I bought, okay, and it's very cute. It says, it's Nani is the brand, Island, Nani Island, made in Hawaii, and has pineapple surfboards, you know, the little Hawaiian stuff, Honolulu, and yeah, so I like this, and just a little nice little coin purse or for other items. So there's that. And what I like to do is I like to save tags from like clothing or like these little bags if they have a Hawaiian print on them. And they make really great tabs, you know, for page tabs, like you can fold them in half. I use my my cutter at the bottom has this creaser thing, and I don't know what that's called, but then I can do it in half and then it folds easier. So I use that a lot of times to make a tab along the edge of the page, or I just use, you know, if I have two of them, I can, you know, do one on one side of the page, one on the other. So when they have a neat name or print on them, I keep them and use them as page tabs. So that's, you know, a little idea for you. So don't throw tags or things that are cute out. This one is, yeah, that's the brand. And then, you know, just cute little print on there. This one I thought was really cute. It says Island Crew. I think, oh, I know what this was from. So my husband decided he wanted to go swimming, and he wanted to wear like a sunproof, one of those long sleeve sunproof shirts. So he bought one there. And then I just think this is so cool with the surfboard tag. And then this is a pretty tag too. It says Island Crew. I don't remember what this was from. And then this, I think, was also on his shirt, I believe. So, yeah. So, just thought those are neat. And I, you know, might be able to use those in my journal. So, it's just some ideas. Sorry that I have to keep clearing my throat. So, I know that can get annoying, but I can't help it. So, bear with me. All right. Now, this is another little bag that I got, which I think is similar to that other little one, kind of. Are they a matching set? Kind of, not really, but yeah, I think they could match. Oh, yeah, they do. Let's do it. I love it. Love it. If you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I'm obsessed with matchy school supplies, and that relates to like tote bags and little purses and things too. So, yes. All right. I bought these two luggage tags, but I think they could also be like charms on a larger journal, but I don't know. So I think I'm going to use them as luggage tags though, but I just thought they were really neat. So there's those, and that's in the front pocket. Okay. I also think that this little tote bag would be really cute for holding a smaller travel journal as well. So I'm not sure. Not always sure when I buy things how I'm going to end up using them, but I will. And then this is another little bag. I'm all about bags. I mean, it's just, I have a thing for like tote bags and little bags, and I do use them all the time when I travel and even at home. So I'm always using little bags. And so I thought this was great with the Hawaiian themes again, different sea turtle and, you know, palm trees. And this is like Spam on top of rice, like a sushi thing. And the shaka is the hand symbol. Yeah. So that's a greeting in Hawaii, and yeah. And then this just came free in our Airbnb. It had little, like a little shampoo and a little bar soap in here. So I kept this too, because I thought I could use it somehow. So yeah, so there's those. And then I bought these napkins because I thought they have a pretty tropical print on them. And I thought they would be really fun to use in my journal. So one of my journals. So yeah. And I don't know if it had a label on it, and I just removed it. Oh yeah, I think I took the label off. So I don't remember how many are in here. To me, it looks like maybe 15 or 20. but maybe 18, 16, who knows. All right. And then I want to show you part of this tote bag that I got. Again, the obsession with the tote bags. All right. And in Hawaii, they do not allow plastic bags. So you have to either buy a tote bag or bring one with you when you're shopping. And I do bring one always with me. I have one in my purse, like little foldable ones, 1 or 2 of them always in my purse. But I love to buy these bags too, because I can use them for my ephemera or for my travel journals. So, and I just love using them all the time. And I use them all the time. Yeah, I just use them all over. And then, so there's that one. And then my husband has well, we call him Uncle Manny, but he's actually a cousin. He was a cousin to my husband's father. It's got a plastic thing in the bottom to give it some shape because it's just a cloth one. But he gave us some Hawaiian t-shirts, and then he had them packaged in this. So, and then and his sister is a cousin, Auntie Nini. So okay, my husband's Filipino, Filipino-American, and with Filipino culture, if someone is older than you and related, or even sometimes if they're not related, you call them auntie or uncle. And so this Uncle Manny, because he's in his 70s, he's older than we are, we say Uncle Manny, but he's really officially a cousin. And then his sister is Auntie Nini, and she gave us, well, she bought us dinner the night we went out, and then she had given us last time, because it was the first time she had met us and we had arrived in Hawaii, she gave us seashell leis, you know, and that's a big thing in Hawaii too. If somebody's first visit or the first time you're meeting them and they're coming to Hawaii, is you could give them a lei, either flowers or seashells, or they also have these seed ones. So it's really neat. But I love this tote bag, so I was grateful to get that. All right, and then I will show you my other stuff here. And oh my goodness, I have to reach down. Ah! Yes, okay. Now, this I bought myself, and this is just a cute little notepad. It says Aloha and has some of the foods from Hawaii. Shaved ice, that Spam rice thing I talked about, and pineapple. And then this, I'm not sure. It's some sort of noodle dish. So it might be one that I'm thinking of, but I don't want to say it wrong. So, and this is made in Hawaii. Oh, designed in Hawaii. Yeah, probably made in another country or something. China. Okay, yes, but designed in Hawaii. Okay, and then we went to the Navy Exchange with our son, and so this was for when we bought something. It was one of the paper bags, so I thought I could use this somehow in the junk journal. So I just took this, and yeah, so I thought it was neat. And so then these are things that I do. So I will pick up any free brochures that I can find in wherever I'm visiting. I do this all the time on trips. And then if I don't want the whole brochure, like this one was a thick one. So if I don't need it, then I will just tear out the pages I need and put them in a folder to bring them home. And this talked about the Halekoa, so it had a picture of it. So I saved this image because that's where we had stayed, and then has a nice map of Waikiki. And then this one had a bookshop we had gone to, so I saved this page. And then this one is a nice image of Waikiki Beach with Diamond Head, the mountain. And so I kept that. And then this one has, this is where our son lives in this area, so I kept that. And then this one, we had driven along the coast. Well, we've driven along the coast almost every visit that we've gone to Oahu, and we always see this lighthouse. It's the Makapu'u Point Lighthouse, and so it's just iconic, and we always go to see this Halona blowhole, and so these are places that we always go to see, so I wanted to keep that and put that in my journal. So it's just an idea, like if you want to get some free ephemera, is look for at the tourist information centers, or even just out on the town. You know, a lot of times you'll find those free brochures and things. Collect them, because even if you don't want the writing or whatnot, you can use the images. I do that every time I travel. I am able to find so much free ephemera that it's wonderful. And a lot of times, if I go to a restaurant or somewhere, and I don't see something like a paper menu, I have been known to ask, and a lot of times they're happy to help me. Like if I ask the waitress or the waiter, or, you know, the hostess or whoever, and I'll say, you know, I like to collect items for a scrapbook. They usually know, like a lot of people don't know what a junk journal is, but if I say I like to scrapbook my, you know, travel memories, do you happen to have any, you know, like business cards or, you know, a paper menu? You know, if they have one, they're happy to give it to you. And it's marketing for them too. So, you know, they usually don't care at all, and they're kind of happy to help. So there's that. Oops, I just dropped something to the side. Oh, here it is. Okay, let me grab it. And I think this is really good for my yoga. All right. We visited the University of Hawaii this time. We had not been there before, and it was a really nice university. So I got this magnet there, and I actually am going to put this, I have a collection of magnets on the door leading in from our garage. And so I do want to put it on there. But it also could be, it's a thin one. It would be nice in a junk journal as well. So there's that. And then at the university, I bought this notebook. So, and I have some other things here. So, all right. So I bought this because I thought it was really cute. And this could actually be converted into a junk journal too. It's just a plain notebook on the inside, just lined, you know, basic line, but it does have a nice pocket here. So, yeah. So I'm not sure if I'll use the image in a junk journal or if I'll just use the notepad, you know, just for my own notes and stuff. I haven't decided yet, but just really love the image on there. They had small ones too. In fact, where are my small ones? I have a set of 3 little small ones. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, where did those go? Because I don't think I have them here. Oh, well. All right. Maybe there's some extra stuff that I'm missing. Probably is. I have my tote bag and stuff, so I'll have to look through it. So, all right. But I found a free brochure on campus, and I was able to tear out, again, some pages that I wanted. So this has shows the Arboretum at the university, and then this has talks about the whole state of Hawaii. So I thought that was interesting. It had some interesting things about it. And then this one had, what was the other side of this one? Oh, yeah. This has a nice image of the campus, so I thought that was really good. And so I wanted to keep that. It's quite a large campus. I said that I think they said it was something like 300 and some acres. So really pretty campus, and really, yeah, just a pretty area. And then a campus map, and, you know, so I wanted to keep those for sure. And then this is the other, just the back side of those. And then we went into the bookstore and bought things. So this is an image from the bookstore. So I thought that would be a good signature page, or as decoration on a page. And then talks about the majors you can take there. But this is a nice image too. It has the whole area, what it looks like from the air. And it talks about the enrollment and different people from all different countries and regions that attend the college. So that was neat. And then this was a neat picture too of students walking. And then this one talks about the campus traditions and how they came up with their team names. And so I thought that was interesting. And then this one, what is this one? Oh yeah, just another picture. This was I think this was the front page of the visitor's guide. So yeah, and I just found this, I found it actually as we were walking into the bookstore. Somebody had just discarded it, I think. So there was just one copy, but it was free, and it's what they give, I think, when people are touring the campus, but I was able to get it for free. So that was really nice. And then this is not really a junk journal item, but I thought you might want to see this. This is a silicone trivet mat. So for the kitchen, I like to put hot dishes and plates on here. But I just thought this was such a neat one. It says Aloha and has the pineapple. So I was thinking that you could use it in the craft room if you wanted for like your heat gun, or what do they call that? The heat, like that little heat tool that you use to dry crafts. Is that a heat gun? And then, or a glue gun. So yeah, so I thought, well, maybe I could show it because it's kind of, could be used in a craft room, but I'm going to use it in the kitchen. But just thought that was really neat. And then these calendars I got for 99 cents each. Can you believe it? There is a store, and it's actually Japanese based, I believe. I think the first ones were from Japan. It's called Don Quixote. And yeah, and so they have a pretty reasonably priced souvenirs and t-shirts and different things. And so I thought for 99 cents, and they're 2026. I even thought they were going to be 2025 when I bought them for 99 cents. Because I thought, well, maybe they're on discount because 2025 is, you know, almost over. But they were not. They're new ones. So, or, you know, for the new year. So, yeah. And so I'll show you the back. You can see all the images. It just has images of Hawaii. And I thought this would be great for in our home, or, you know, maybe to give to a friend, you know. So I just thought it was really nice. So there's that one, Hawaiian all island pictorial. So it's scenes from all over Hawaii. All the different islands. And then this one is just Oahu. So this was, and I thought you'd like to see these two in case you have not been to Hawaii. You could get some idea of what Hawaii looks like. Well, I'm sure you can go online and figure that out too, but it's sometimes kind of nice to see things. And then this is just from Oahu. So this is just the island where Honolulu is located. So there's Waikiki there. There's Pearl Harbor. So yeah, so just different. Oh, this is, I think it's called Biodine. It's a Japanese shrine. Yeah, so just some traditional Oahu scenes. And then this one I couldn't resist because I love dogs. I actually love all animals except snakes. I'm sorry, but I love all animals. I wanted to be a veterinarian when I was a little girl. And I remember my older sister, she's 7 years older than me, and she's like, that's going to take too long in college. And I was like, I remember this. I specifically remember this conversation. So Lori, if you ever watch this, you crushed my veterinarian dreams. No, just kidding. I said, well, how long? And how much longer? Because she's like, that's going to be a lot of college years. And she's like, 8. And I was like, oh, okay. I don't want to be a veterinarian anymore. But you know what? I wasn't really a science gal. I'm more a humanities gal. So I was not destined to be a veterinarian anyway. So it wasn't Lori's fault. My older sister, Lori. It's not at all. I'm just joking. But I love animals. And so, yeah, but this is Paws in Paradise. And it has all these little pictures of dogs wearing like leis and stuff. I mean, I can't stand it. Too cute. So, yeah. So, oh, it's like an Australian Shepherd. Yeah, that's, yeah. Oh, gosh, when I get on camera, I forget everything. And I know this dog, Shiba Inu. It's a Japanese dog. Oh, yeah. I could put Corgi. I could probably go through and name all the dogs because I'm just obsessed with dogs and I know a lot of the breeds and I'm a dog sitter, so. All right, I wanted to show you this. It wasn't just from this trip, but this is... I've taken this on a few trips now. It says Sun and Surf, so I thought it was really good for Hawaii. It was just, I got this at Dollar Tree, I think. And, like last year or something, I've had it for a while. But what I like to do is I like to research wherever we're traveling. And so I've used this folder but now I'm kind of keeping it for Hawaii. But I use similar folders that just have these little, the little prongs that you can, you know, punch holes, the 3-ring punches, and punch the papers. And then I put these, I like having the pockets or smaller ephemera and stuff. But what I do is before we travel anywhere, I research restaurants and sites that we want to visit and all of that. And I put them in these folders. And that way we have the information of, like if we want to go to this restaurant, then we know the hours and obviously you can look up that stuff while you're traveling, but sometimes our Wi-Fi isn't great when we're traveling, especially when we go overseas. Or just sometimes I just want to be able to, I still love paper and I like having it all in one spot, in front of me, easy to read. And while we're driving somewhere, I can pull out this folder and I can be like, and because my husband, and undoubtedly, he's the one who usually drives and I'm kind of the tour guide. And so he'll always say, what's the number of the street again? So then I can look and not have to always look everything up on my phone. So I have it all here. And then I'll even include menus. And we went to this cafe this time. So, so I just like having all the information and we went to this restaurant this time as well. So it's great to have, and some of it we don't see, some of the stuff we don't hit. We did go to the Museum of Art this time. And actually, by having this, I was able to tell my husband, because he was driving again, and I said, parking is behind the Museum of Art school, So he was like, oh, thank goodness you said that. And then we had the parking information and stuff. So this is just a little tip from me, a travel tip, I guess. And then what I'll do sometimes, now that we visited, like we went here, I will tear this out and put it in my travel junk journal too sometimes. Not always, because it's not real pretty, but I'll add little drawings or I'll add images or things, and I can use it as a signature page, or I can use it as part of it on a page or whatever. So it's just a little idea from me, and I wanted to share that because I know I'm kind of weird about some of this stuff. I still like to have the information and that, and maybe nobody else really wants to do that, but I just love it. And I love having this like little binder, travel binder. I always have one. And then I didn't have it in this one, but I had actually another little folder that I had with our Airbnb information and the hotel information, so that I have all of it ready to go, so that when we get in the rental cars, then my husband will say, what's the address again, Joanne? And then I'll just be like, okay, here it is. Or, I just have the receipts handy, like for the Airbnb, like to prove that we rented it if there's ever a question, or, I don't know. I feel comforted having these papers and this kind of information handy for when we travel. It just makes me feel like I have more of a plan. And honestly, I don't care, like, if we don't see any of these, or if we don't go to any of these restaurants or any of the sites that I find, like, I'm not bothered. I don't have to be like, oh, we have to see this because it's in my binder. But I just like it because I like to do research. I love to research things on the internet. And it's just a good way of, like, my husband and my son, if he's traveling with us too, he'll always be like, well, Mom, what do you think we should do tomorrow? And I'll be like, well, I don't know. Here's some possibilities. And then, or my husband too. And I'll say, look through the binder, see if anything speaks to you, or, there's anything that sounds interesting. And then, or they'll look up the address from what I have on here and then say, oh, that's kind of far away. Maybe we should plan that for another day, whatever. But that's just a little tip from me. So I think that's it, except I can't find my mini. I did buy, it was a set of 3 little notepads from the University of Hawaii. They weren't like really gorgeous or anything, but I don't know where they are. So they're somewhere, and there may be more ephemera floating around my house somewhere. So I don't know, but thank you for bearing with me. And thank you for watching this video, and thank you for all of your support. I really do appreciate it. And and I forgot to share a quote. Let me see if I have a quote here. All right, I have to reach across. I was doing some crafting earlier, so I have kind of some stuff in the way here. Okay, I love this one. Okay, it says, when we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. So when we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. And this is by a writer named Paulo Coelho. Coelho. All right. Sorry for butchering names in this video. All right. So thank you so much. Take care, and I will see you in my next video. All right. Bye-bye.